So I want you to imagine, just for a second, stepping completely out of your earthly body. You're being pulled up into the cosmos, but you're not just floating around aimlessly, right? Instead, you're being carried on these celestial wagons to a place where angels are literally mapping out the exact coordinates of your eternal home. Welcome to This Explainer. Today we're unpacking a really mystical, ancient journey called the Measurement of the Chosen Ones. Get comfortable because this text we're looking at, honestly, it reads like a campfire ghost story crossed with a cinematic anime ascension. It's going to be epic. Let's get into it.
Okay, let's dive into this. The angels took the cords to measure for me the place. There is just something so incredibly intimate and deliberate about that specific line, isn't there? We're looking at a fragment of ancient source material today known as the Ascension to the Measure of the Just. Now, it's remarkably short. We're talking just 4 sentences in total. But man, it packs the punch of a sprawling cosmic masterpiece.
What we're really dealing with here are the profound stakes of cosmic belonging. We've got an ancient ascension, this bizarre but super grounded imagery of spiritual wagons, and a literal, physical cosmic measurement. As we explore this, try to visualize it not just as some fleeting dream or a hazy vision. This is described as a highly deliberate physical act of being placed perfectly into the very architecture of the universe. To truly grasp this ancient text, we just need to map out the hero's journey. It breaks down into 5 distinct steps. Step 1, elevated. Step 2, transported. Step 3, positioned. Step 4, measured. And finally, step 5, welcomed. Starting off with phase 1, the departure. Every great journey requires leaving something behind. And in our text, this separation is absolute. It's a complete detachment from the physical world.
And it came to pass after this that his name was elevated during his lifetime to that Son of Man, to the Lord of the Spirits. And this brilliantly illustrates a truly fascinating concept. Notice how it specifically says his name was elevated during his lifetime. So this isn't some post-mortem soul journey happening after death. This is happening while the person is still physically alive. Their essence, their very identity, their name, is literally being pulled upward to the divine.
The source really emphasizes that this name is taken away from those who dwell on the earth. It marks a huge, profound shift. Our narrator is trading a heavy, physical, earthly existence for a purely spiritual, elevated state brought directly before the ultimate cosmic authority, the Lord of the Spirits. You're no longer bound by earthly gravity here. You are bound by divine gravity. So, how does one actually make this cosmic trip? That brings us to phase 2, the transit. And this is where the text gives us a highly unusual, super specific mode of transportation. The source reads, "And it was elevated on the wagons of the Spirit, and the name departed in their midst." Wagons of the Spirit? I mean, just think about that imagery for a second. We usually picture ascensions as, people floating on fluffy clouds or soaring away with angelic wings. But wagons? That is bizarre. It's unexpected, and yet it's absolutely fascinating. The whole concept of wagons does something incredibly unique here. It grounds this spiritual journey. It gives it a physical, deliberate weight. It kind of evokes this pioneer-like progression, like a wagon train moving intentionally across the cosmos, rather than just a quick, magical flight. It's a completely unconventional cosmic transport that really solidifies this final, heavy departure from the earthly mist. It takes time. It has a clear destination. Eventually, that journey on the wagons halts, bringing us to phase 3, the placement. The earthly pull has completely ceased. Listen to this transition in the text. "And from that day I was not drawn in their midst, and he set me between 2 winds." You can almost feel the dramatic shift in energy there, right? The forward motion completely stops. He is no longer drawn among the earthly dwellers. Instead, you get this immense cosmic stillness of being set down perfectly, delicately, by divine hands into a designated pocket of the universe. Now, what's really interesting here is exactly where he's placed. The text specifies he is set between the north and the west. So we are spatially anchoring this ascension. It's not just some empty void in the sky. It has literal atmospheric coordinates. He is suspended perfectly in the silent eye of the storm, right between the mighty north wind and the west wind. Suspended there between the winds, the stage is entirely set. We've arrived at phase 4, the core focus. The wagons are gone, the earth is a distant memory, and now the divine beings arrive to do their work. There where the angels took the cords to measure for me the place for the chosen and for the just. Honestly, it gives me chills just reading it. Imagine the pure awe of that moment. Angels don't arrive with flaming swords or blaring trumpets here. No, they arrive with measuring cords. Look at the intentionality, the mathematical precision of the divine literally carving out a space. So the crucial point is understanding the function of these cords. Measuring cords, in this ancient context, are profound instruments of cosmic order and personal destiny. The angels aren't using them to construct a building or a city. They're using them to measure for him, to carve out a highly customized, destined place of ultimate belonging meant exclusively for the chosen and the just. I want you to think about that for yourself for a second. What does it actually mean to have a place measured just for you in the vastness of the universe? In our modern, often chaotic lives, we frequently feel out of place, right? Or adrift, or like we don't quite fit in. This ancient text taps into something deeply emotional. It's the comforting, profound thought that you have an exact size and shape in the cosmic design. A space is being perfectly measured to hold you. And once that personalized space is measured and finalized, the veil is finally lifted. This brings us to the culmination of the journey, Phase 5, the revelation. And there I saw the first fathers and the just, who dwell in this place from the beginning. He isn't stepping into an empty, lonely room. He's stepping into a grand reunion. His deeply personalized, perfectly measured journey has brought him squarely into the folds of an eternal, ancient community of the first fathers. Let's move forward and see how this timeline builds, because the scale of time here is totally mind-bending. The first fathers have been dwelling in this place since the beginning of time itself. Then, centuries or millennia later, during the narrator's specific lifetime, his name is elevated. And finally, on that exact day between the winds, the angels prepare the space. It's this breathtaking intersection of the eternal past with a singular present moment of arrival. Which brings us to a massive, overarching question to end our explainer today. If a place has been waiting, measured, and held for the chosen and the just since the absolute beginning of time, what does that reveal about our own cosmic destiny? It powerfully suggests that belonging isn't something we just stumble into by chance. It might be something that was mapped out and measured for us long before we even existed. It's a mystery that makes you look at the night sky just a little bit differently, isn't it? Thank you so much for focusing in and exploring this fascinating ancient text with me. Keep wondering, keep learning, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.